If you guys need any cards, packs, sleeves, anything of that nature, shop on TCG Player using my affiliate link in the description. What's good, YouTube? Welcome back. A couple days ago, you may recall I made a video where I played a Flamvell deck with Decoy Dragon, essentially providing you access with a level 2 200 defense fire monster that you could search. That was like a dragon deck. It was like a weird hybrid between Flamvells and Disaster Dragons. But it got me thinking about potentially implementing that sort of technology into Flamvell lists. So I decided to revisit one of my classic faves, which is Flamvell Diamond Dude Turbo, Flamvell Sworn Turbo, whatever you want to call it. So instead of playing Decoy Dragon, I decided someone suggested you could play Flamvell Dragonov, which I think is legal. I think it's hidden Arsenal, so the card is fully legal in this format. It essentially provides the same thing. It's even a dragon monster. So if you want to switch it up, it's probably better than Decoy Dragon. I mean, I guess it doesn't wall like Decoy Dragon potentially can. Although in this deck we don't have any main deck red meds. We just have Stardusts or something that could somehow get to the grave. So that's something to consider. But yeah, so basically just same Flamvell package, but adding Dragonov. And then for the Light Sworns, we have Jane Aaron, because they're searchable off Rhoda, which is kind of important in here. Rhoda gets all of our draw engines live is the idea. And then Triple Wolf. I'm a little iffy on this card. It's bad when you draw it, but then sometimes you mill it and just go plus for no reason. So it's kind of eh. And it can let you make level 8s for free and then follow up with a Rekindling play. So I think the Wolf ended up being kind of hit or miss, which is I guess the essence of Wolf anyway. So then we're on Tragodia. I would like to fit Gores in and some other stuff, but we sort of just didn't have room in this build. Then we got a hero package with Diamond Dude Stratos and 2 Malicious. Diamond Dude, of course, we play 21 spells that are active hits for Diamond Dude, so it's an interesting thing you can play in here. And then also Plague helps enable that. And then we got the Maliciouses. So this just kind of goes with our D-Draw Allure, which gives us even more draw power to try and turbo through the deck. So we've got triple Upstart, we got the full charge recharge, we got D-Draw Allure, we got Card Destruction, we got Gold Sarks, Magical Stones, just letting you get access to Rekindling for absolutely sure. And then on top of that, we have a Brain and a Foolish heavy, just kind of staples with the Treacherous Trap Hole. So that's the main deck that we went with. Like I said, I've been thinking about some stuff, maybe switching it up, maybe even just taking out the hero package entirely. It definitely feels like the most coped part to me, maybe the Diamond Dude, even though it is cool being able to just hit and go plus. But yeah, that's the build we went with, and let's look at the replays. So first one we got here is up against... Oh, I think this ended up being Skull Servants. I thought it was just Zombie Sworn, because that was all I really saw in game one, but it was actually Skull Servants the entire time. So they just swing in with a Goblin Zombie, okay, kind of expected. We go charge, we mill, we get a Wolf, not a great mill. I decided to just go for Diamond Dude. Fortunately, we hit, we get an Upstart Goblin, so nice little +1 there for us, although the Diamond Dude's probably just going to get run over, right? Fortunately, they don't search for Zombie Masters, so I decided we don't need to take the Plague out of the graveyard just yet. They go hit over the Diamond Dude. We use that Upstart Goblin, get a draw. We find a Foolish, that's decent. I decide to end phase mill with Aaron, and we mill 2 Flamvell monsters, and we have double Rekindling Heavy Storm in our hand, so we're feeling very happy about that, because we can just, we could Storm, Foolish, something, get that Flamvell Magician in the grave. I think, this turn, we really screwed up our line, though. We had literally everything, and we somehow, we somehow didn't find a way to lethal. I don't know what the hell we were doing, but it was really bad. So I apologize for the way I played this turn. It was my first time playing the deck, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So it ends up being really, really crappy. I feel like there was probably a lethal line somewhere, but I didn't really... I don't know. I just pressed buttons. I was, tired, okay? And we just ended up on this. Fortunately, it doesn't matter, because our opponent can't beat this even with 6 cards, hilariously, because they just got a bunch of Skull Servant crap in their hand, which at the time I was scared as hell. I was like, what? How is this the best I could do with double Rekindling in a loaded graveyard? But fortunately, it just doesn't end up mattering. And we end up winning that game anyway, but yeah, I wasn't too happy with how I played. I think just very unused to the combo lines, I guess, having not played this deck in a year. So we go... I think I sided out my Diamond Dude, so we had to just Stratos add the second Mally after I banished the first Mally. I figure at least it's fodder for the Vortex later, potentially. Opponent goes mill a Wolf. At this point, I know they're on Skull Servants for the first time. I'm like, what? I had no idea. Because they milled some Skull Servant stuff. I go for the Storm. They chain Hand Destruction, which is just okay, that helps me a lot, actually. Probably helps me more than you. Because now we're just going in. We get our graveyard banished, but it doesn't matter. We go for solar recharge, draw 2, mill 2. We have a rekindling play if we want to do that. And I think we go vortex and rekindling into just make 2 level 8s, and then we have a treacherous trap hole and a DD Crow backing it up. So yeah, we're feeling pretty strong here. We have 2 disruptions. We have 2 big threats. Opponent's got an Avarice, but of course we have that DD Crow to stop it. So I think we Crow the King of the Skull Servants and just like stop that right there. They go set, but obviously if we do the attack order right, they're just dead here. So we hit it with Stardust, negate the Raikou. They should have maybe just like milled instead of targeting, because they could maybe mill a wolf or something and stay alive there. But yeah, we end up taking that one 2-0. Next match was up against one of those like hero Dark Gaia decks. You've seen these decks before. They play Prisma and stuff. I don't really think it's even the best way to play Dark Gaia, to be honest. And Dark Gaia has always felt kind of cope to me in general. So at this point, I decided to start for Storm. We go end phase mill with Aaron. We don't mill crap. It happens. So they just go Stratos. I'm like, okay, what is this? Hero beat. Then they set 2. We draw. We pass. We see Prisma. So now it's feeling... the Prisma search was kind of weird. So maybe we're feeling like it's actually something else. At this point, we go to Storm. I think I decided to wait and see if we can make Stardust first to try and play around Starlight Road. Just hope there's no Bottomless, maybe. And I try to steal their guy. They compulse. And here I decide it's not even worth the Storm. I just want to hold it. So we wait. We hit in. We get deprisoned. Whatever. It's fine. They go summon Stratos. At this point, it's just like, hope they don't have Miracle. But they do. So they make Ab-Zero hit over our stuff, and I think I decide that if we top deck a Flamvell, I'm just going to fire this card Destruction, and that's what we end up doing. So we draw some cards, we draw a Foolish Recharge, that's fine. Foolish can send another Flamvell, and we can make 2 level 8s or something. And unless they have the 3rd Miracle, we're probably in a decent spot. So we get that Thought Ruler, just gain some life. And just like hope that they can't play into this too well with their current hand, which they cannot. They just go E-Call, Future Fusion, Set Pass, or something. And then we Storm, which I think they might have forgotten we had that, or maybe they didn't. I don't know. We hit in. They don't have Gores. They got Sidra into Caius. Take 1,000 damage, but we could still just out that Caius. I decided to recharge since we drew the Jane. Unfortunately, you can see here we drew the Stratos, but we milled our last hero target, which was the Diamond Dude, so a little bit of an unlucky moment there for me, but we still have a Rekindling in our deck. So we got more gas. The opponent draws into Roto, but it doesn't do anything. So we're going on to game number 2. Game number 2. This game was weird. We get Dust Shield, but it doesn't even matter because we have so much draw power. So I think we just Allure, Upstart, Solar Recharge, and at that point they don't know anything in my hand anymore, except for the thing that we Sark for. I think I maybe should have main 2 just summoned the Flamvell Magician. We would have eaten that Torrential anyway, but we're going to eat it eventually. So may as well have just, played into it sooner so we could go for a Diamond Dude next turn. Here they go, swing in with the Ocean, whatever, that's fine. We get Storm. Decide I don't want to play into Starlight Road. So here we just pass, but unfortunately they top deck Prisma, and this is just lethal because they have a set Starlight Road, and our interaction will just play into the Starlight Road. I'm trying to get them to show me what that back row is, but they just keep playing the game at the regular pace. Understandable. So we lose that one. We weren't able to do anything there. I think, maybe that misplay cost me with the Torrential, or with the not summoning the Flamvell Magician in main 2 of my first turn. Should have just eaten Torrential then gone for something next turn, because it got me behind on tempo. But yeah, this game, I open up real strong because we mill the Wolf, and milling the Wolf was definitely good at several points throughout these matches. So we're able to make a Stardust straight away, and they just have nothing. So they wait a turn, and then they go for this Vortex Crow play. They probably should have just gone for the Vortex Crow straight away. Would have avoided some damage, because now we just have lethal with Rekindling into normal summon Flamvell Dragonov. Attack. So those are the matches. We end up taking them. I don't feel like I played too well. I feel like the deck could use some adjustments, but I think the idea is pretty neat. Dragonov is a cool card. It gives you access to some cool lines. Obviously level 6 synchros. Also Colossal Arm with Plague is a possibility. So I definitely like having it. I think the build has some potential. It always has. It's probably just worse than Turbo, or Dragon Turbo is the thing. But, you know, if you want to play Flamvells, it might be a way to potentially approach the metagame from that angle. So, yeah, anyway, let me know what you thought in the comments section below. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. As always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Furthermore, if you enjoy my content, you should think about becoming a channel member. You get access to tons of bonus content, and it's a great way to help support the channel.